Hello, 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 hello. Week 4, and in fact, I'm just off to see a doctor in Bagnoles de l'Orne for my fitness test, really, for the Immigration Bureau, just to prove that I'm physically and mentally okay. And as you can see, it's quite the foggy day. But I'm breaking my journey. It's not a long journey, but I'm breaking my journey to revisit one of the houses I've shown on a previous video. I think it's Domr and Montier. And we are back in Domr. It's the property, it's a 2-bed. It's the one that's on the main road. But I want to review it. I want to listen to the road noise again, but also today I want to get up into the loft and see what the possibility is of making that a 3rd bedroom. So I'm just waiting for the agent immobilier and we'll take a look. Well, that fog has burnt off. Decisions. Had a look at the loft, which is divided in 2, which is a shame. This house does need a new septic tank, which is 8,000, and then you've probably got, I think, at least another 12 to do the loft, so you've got 20,000 on top of the asking price. I could do without that dog over the road as well. So I'm glad we did the second viewing. The loft, attic, whatever, isn't fantastic. I don't know if I'm in the place now where I'm starting to think I should be making compromises. And the Domr property, I'm thinking, well, is the road the compromise for having a place really, you could put your bags down in and move into? But I think if I am, and it's nice, you're close to a supermarket, you've got all the facilities of a medium-sized town on your doorstep. I would have expected to be connected to main sewage. If I'm going to live that close to a town, I wouldn't expect to still be with a septic tank. You can see at the end of the last clip that traffic's thundering past the road. I may be in a position where, yes, I do need to make compromises, but that's not the property for me. What did we say? Kiss frogs, find princesses. That's another frog done. Just a 360 from the end of the drive. That's the approach. We're in Juvigny Property, I know why it's called that. It's very up and down to get here. There's neighbour one, and I think there's two more in that direction. 1, 2, 5, 8. It's probably about a dozen to 15, I think, all apple trees. Scores high on the Tranquil score, and I have to say it's not a bad looking house. Well, so here we are then at what is property number 18. I'm starting to lose track. We are in Juvigny Property, 130,000, 3-bedroom detached in stone. I'm starting to like doing this. I'm here early before the agent. Let's give you a view of the outside of the front. So, outbuildings over there, and I don't know who they belong to. You can see between those bushes, sort of fenced off. Is that the start of somebody else's? I don't know. It's got its own lane. I must admit, someone's taking care with the driveway. We've got Bad Seeds favourites in the field next door. Love it. Another neighbour in the commune. So this is actually number 2 in the commune. That one over there I think is number 1. Somewhere behind that hedge, oh, I can just see it poking out the top, I believe are number 3 and 4. Beautiful day. Looks like farmland to the rear, and then we have a property with a garage. There's steps there suggesting there's an attic above the garage. I think that's going to be my thumbnail. Little conservatory for propagating seeds. Not an asbestos roof. Exterior walls look good. Single glazing. See if we can have a nose behind. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the boundary. (7,700 square meters land. Let's call it 3/4 of an acre. So I think probably to those little posts there, that looks like a boundary to me. So I think there's a bit of land going around the back of the house. But I think I need to check what's going on with these outbuildings. But possibly there a bit to the front, and there's that little orchard bit I don't know whether that adds up to 3/4 of a hectare. It's so useful taking these videos. I look back at them and I really get a chance to see the things I've missed. So here we've got the conservatory, the kitchen, and the living room. This house is enormous, but the space dedicated to these three is actually really small. The house is big, but there's lots of walls in the way of making it a better property. I think it's a bit of a money pit. You would take down a lot of walls and you would really have to remodel it. Watching it back here, it reminds me of a ship. We just keep walking down it. So from the small communal living room through to the kitchen leads on to this, which is currently being used or was being used as a bedroom. Wall down, bring the kitchen into it. There's a bathroom here. To be honest, seen better days. Money pit. It's all got to come. The shower can maybe stay, but the rest of it is coming out. There's a separate toilet adjacent. Okay, it's a toilet. And then leading on from that, there's this utility room. So if you could combine that living room, kitchen, bedroom, utility room, you've got a really lovely open living space. But there's a lot of walls and corridor in the way of that. This door leads through to the garage. It's a brick built garage. You can access the loft of the garage from upstairs, and that will become apparent later in the video. It's just laid out badly, in my opinion. Back off the kitchen, and there's stairs leading up to the first floor. Stairs are fine. Single wooden glazing windows throughout. 3 bedrooms upstairs. Unobstructed views to the rear. 1 really small bedroom. I guess you'd use that as an office if you kept the layout as it is upstairs. The floor was good, the floor was solid, a nice wooden floor. Second bedroom, better size, window out to the front. Needs decorating completely, modernising, but some nice beam. Put. And then off the third bedroom is access to the loft above the garage. Looks a bit dark. I think we did get the light on. Again, semi-internal, semi-external. This is just drafty. Yeah, light coming in through the roof. The further you go along this way in the house, the more of a money trap it becomes. This is the bedroom that needs the most work. It's almost bare walls. Back outside, we took a look at the other outbuilding, which really is an open cowshed. But this is the first one. This is a great this is a great workshop. All the space in the world, room to put a mezzanine in. The roof's great. Mon Dieu, this game is impossible. I've been driving over here today, and I've just told the agent I didn't really think I was going to like this house, and in fact I like it a lot. It certainly makes me feel a lot better about kicking Domr into touch. The price is a little high for my pocket, but it's negotiable. Lots to think on, which is what I need to do next. It's Friday. I think I'm going to treat myself to a baguette and think about this over the weekend. And that probably is going to be it for this video. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, hope it's informative. I'm trying to improve on my content, so hopefully I'm moving in the right direction. What I really want to hear is what you think in the comments. Feel free to like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you really want to go mad, you can buy me a coffee. All the links are in the description. Thanks very much. Bon weekend.